Today, my mom is back in town and there's a lot of estate sales around the area.
Then the destination is on your right.
Found some really good things that I could not leave. So, hey, welcome back to the channel. Today, my mom is back in town and there's a lot of estate sales around the area. And so we're gonna just go check it out, see what we can find. We're both pretty picky right now. We kind of already have a lot of stuff in our stashes for decorating. And so
Turn left onto Turkey Ridge
I
Drive.
think
Then the destination is on your right.
So I think that we're just gonna go take a look, see what we can find, and hopefully we'll have some fun because it has been a little while since we've been to some estate sales.
The destination is on your right. 120 Turkey Ridge Drive. I didn't expect to, but I actually found a relatively decent haul. We went to 3 different estate sales and then we stopped by our local thrift store on the way home. And I just really did not have high expectations at all because I knew I personally have been pickier lately. I just feel like I already have what I need to work with and I don't really have a lot of places for things at the moment. And so I've kind of just been pickier when picking stuff up, but I still just found some really good things that I could not leave. So the first thing was this glass decanter. First of all, anytime I find decanters, I usually look for the really decorative ones, and they're usually super expensive and they're usually not in great shape, but I loved this one with the wood top. I liked how it was simple. I loved the shape of it. You could use it for styling in like a dining room or a kitchen or something like that. But it's really funny because I used to work in a home decor shop and we had a similar version of this with the wood top and the clear glass bottom, and it was like $30, somewhere in there. I got this one for $3 and I was like, I can't leave that behind. So I don't exactly have a place for it yet, but I think it could look really, really pretty in our dining room when we do our dining room makeover, which is part of the reason why I let myself get it, because we've not done that whole makeover yet. We just cleaned it out and kind of made it a functional dining room. So there's still like a whole makeover to come on that. And so I thought this may be useful in that situation, and I just love it. So definitely picked it up. And then the second thing from that first estate sale was this, I guess it's a pizza board, but it had the little leather tie up here, which I love. I love it when it already has the tie to hold it. And I just love this shape. We have not really styled our kitchen yet. And again, we've not styled the dining room, and I really thought it could be fun. I've been collecting so many of these wooden boards to maybe do something with that that's very much textured but not necessarily art. But I have a lot of art, so like maybe I'll just use art. I don't know. But I loved it, and it was only $2. And I was like, I can't pass up a cutting board this size for $2. So I picked it up, and I'm excited. Basically, that whole first estate sale was just kitchen goodies or like dining room goodies, but I'm not mad about it. I was pretty excited about these. Then we moved on to our second estate sale, and I did not find much of anything. The only thing that I found at that one was this. I guess it's like a spice rack. I think it was actually one of the expandable ones, but that part was missing. But it's just a bamboo spice rack. I already have one of these that I purchased and I put it in our bathroom. And then I thrifted a second one, and that one is in our spice cabinet, but I think I'm going to flip-flop those two. And then I found this third one for a different shelf in our bathroom. And so, I mean, it was only $1. And I was like, for $1, I'm putting that in my bathroom to organize my bathroom some more. So you can't go wrong with a spice rack, especially when these, I'm pretty sure on the cheap end, these are like 15 bucks. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm just a sucker for any kind of organization, especially when it's a good solid like bamboo. So yeah, $1. Very excited. And maybe we'll do a vlog soon of organizing the bathroom space, but that's something that has been on my list to do. I'm struggling in there. It's really unorganized, and yeah, it needs a little TLC. So maybe we'll do something with that sooner than later. But yeah, I was excited to pick up this spice rack to use specifically on a different shelf in our bathroom. At that place, I also found this piece of art, and I was very close to leaving it just because I already have so much art. You know this. You know, you've seen the hauls. You've probably watched the vlog where I organized it all in my thrift closet. I have way too much art, but the colors in this were just beautiful. It's kind of rare to find the lighter tones that are still warm. You know what I mean? Most of the time, if I find the warmer wood tones, they're all really dark. And I loved that this lighter wood tone still was warm. It had warmth to it. The photo, or I think it's an etching is what it said on the back. The etching of it is of somewhere in France. And I just thought it was really beautiful. And honestly, the biggest determining factor of actually deciding to bring it home was the fact that it was only $10. It was originally marked $20 at this estate sale, but it was a half off day. And so it was only $10. And I was like, So we'll have to find a place for this guy. But yeah, just really, really pretty. And I obviously couldn't leave him behind. But that was one that I kind of splurged on for the day. And yeah, so I just thought it was beautiful. But let me know, would you have left it or would you have taken it like I did? Okay, also at that last estate sale, and I have to be careful with these because they're not in the best of shape, but they were wooden and brass candlesticks. And I know that I'm probably the last person on planet Earth that needs more candlesticks. But I loved the mix of the wood and the brass. You know I'm a sucker for both of those. The shape of it was really pretty. They had 2 of them, and they were only marked $2 to start with, but this was at that same estate sale where they were 50% off. And so I got them for $1 a piece, and I just couldn't leave them behind for $1 a piece. So I picked these up, and the wood is stripped a little bit to where they don't really stay screwed together. So I'll probably need to fix it with a little bit of super glue. Like this one, the base is loose, and the other one, it's the top that's really loose that won't stay. So I kind of need to fix these, but still, for $1, yeah, I'm really happy I picked them up. They're just really pretty. Okay, and then lastly, we stopped by our local thrift store. I've not been there in a while. I've honestly been a little slack on the thrifting. You may have noticed I just got to the place where I felt really overwhelmed with the amount of stuff in our house. We had just done that really big clean out over in the dining room, and it was kind of like, whoa, we don't need more stuff. And then I also recently cleaned up the office and kind of moved everything into my thrift closet. It started to feel like we have almost too much stuff, you know what I mean? We just don't need more. And so it made it really hard to go thrifting the way I typically do, just because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't need more stuff. Like where am I going to put it? But at the same time, there's a lot of areas in our home that we've not decorated yet, we've not touched yet. And it's really funny how you can have hordes of decor, and then when you go to do one console or one shelf, like all of a sudden you realize, you know, you need more items to fill it out. It doesn't go quite as far as you think it will. So I've just been pickier when thrifting and just trying to be more selective of stuff that I really, really, really love, or things that I know how I'm going to use them, even if it's in the future. And I know I have that entire dining room we're gonna have to decorate now. So I've kind of just been more selective. A lot of this is dining room stuff or, you know, art, decor, things like that. But anyways, all that to say, I haven't been to our local thrift store in a while. And so we dropped in there. And the last few times that we have been in there, it's just not had the quality of stuff that I would have hoped for. But me and my mom went in there, and first of all, I found a book. Nothing special. I just love this author. I read one of her books years ago. I just randomly picked it up. The Husband's Secret. Loved it, and she became my new favorite author. And since then, I basically just have thrifted all her different titles off bookshelves because I guess other people read it and then like give it to the thrift store. So I have a whole collection of her books, and I've really only paid full price for one of them, but I love her stuff. So this was one I don't have yet. So I picked it up. It was only $1. And then on our way out, we started weaving through the clothing section, and I always almost miss this, but sometimes they put decor above in the baskets above the clothing, and look what I found. Is this not gorgeous? It's heavy. I'm pretty positive it's handmade, and I just thought it was gorgeous. I love the handles. I love the little detail around the rim here. It almost has like that old like Hercules Greek pot kind of vibe. I love the colors of it. I love the fact that it has some glaze and then some of it's raw. Just everything about this. Loved it. And it was only $2. So obsessed with this. So glad we went in there even just for this. And now I'm just kind of looking for a place to put him. I might pair him with some other pots on my console. But I'm not sure if it's deep enough. But he will find a home. 100% he will find a home. So that's kind of my small but mighty little estate sale thrift haul from this past weekend. Like I said, I've been super picky lately, so I would love to know if there's something that you saw that I didn't pick up that you were like, Brock, why didn't you get it? And let me know what your favorite piece from this haul is. I just love hearing what you would do with the pieces and what your favorites are. And it's just so funny because sometimes I feel kind of odd for the things I pick up, but then you're like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And I'm like, I'm so glad that somebody else sees the potential in it too. So yeah, just let me know what your favorites are. I hope that you enjoyed this haul. I am looking forward to getting back to doing hauls a little bit more frequently. I've just kind of been busy with life stuff the past couple of weeks, but yeah, I really enjoyed it this past weekend, so I'll have to get back into it, and we'll have to get into planning the dining room makeover sooner than later. So make sure, if you haven't already, that you subscribe, and that you also go subscribe over on the vlog channel to see more behind the scenes and things like that. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!